It's all you, Nick.
I know. I'm just listening to Jack laugh. So
I'm laughing at what you said.
if you're blue and don't know where to go, why don't you go where you can laugh on the Ramblecast? Different jokes, the same old folks that you can crack a smile or two that last on the Ramblecast. Dressed up like $1 million trooper, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Come, let's mix where podcasters call us dicks or fans or something crass on the Ramblecast. There you go.
I gotta say, Nick,
Best
I
one
may have
ever.
said this once before, but that's your best one ever. They keep getting better.
Well, when I saw Cloris Leachman died, I went, oh.
Oh yeah.
And so I was just like, I don't know. That's the first song that popped in my head. I went, okay, let's do something.
What movie is she in that we both like?
I know exactly. Bit roll.
Yeah, she's in it.
That's what my sister texted me, and she's like, and I was like, she's going to see Butch.
Yep.
The one guy that always treated her right.
Yep. Always treat her right. Some might care about the money.
The clothes.
No, she's very talented person. Mary Tyler Moore. She was also dramatic. She was in a lot of dramatic stuff. She was in Raising Hope. So I don't know if you guys watched it, but
no,
I don't remember Raising Hope. But there was somebody else recently that died. In the Lost. Network.
Oh right.
Oh yeah.
Rousseau.
Only 65.
Dude,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you, I had a thing for Rousseau. I totally did.
Sure.
Like, she had like this badass like MILF thing about her, but she's a little bit dirty because she's been living on the island. I mean, hell yeah.
Was it her French accent?
Why are you using the camera to pick your teeth?
Exactly. That's a screen grab.
We're live, right?
Yeah, sure.
Whatever.
Sherry revels in like posting these things on Facebook.
That's cool.
The new
Where
face of
you
the
don't
Ramblecast.
I'm not there to see it. Go nuts. So how are you guys doing that? Is anybody here jumping on the wild ride that is Wall Street Bets this week?
You sent that thing to us yesterday, and I kind of looked at it, but I said it's kind of crazy.
I thought about it, but I looked into it, and if you sell it, you only get in-store credit, so there's no point.
Yeah. So the what's crazy? I'll just do a quick rundown. So there's this a subreddit called Wall Street Bets on Reddit, and these guys have been focusing on these hedge funds that are going there and placing shorts on all of these stocks. It's a long known tradition where these like these big huge funds go in, they try to short the stock, meaning they bet on the fact that the stock is going to fail, which in turn is a real fucking dick move if you ask me, right? So these bunch of folks on Reddit got together and banded, and they were observing all the shorts and saying they're literally trying to burn GameStop down to the ground. That was like to profit their hedge funds. So these guys got together and they said, fuck that. Let's band together and screw these hedge funds. And boy, did they. They got millions of people investing in what started with was GameStop. And that stock went from $4 to it's sitting around 300 right now. People are making shit tons of money on this. Like, I was reading a story about this dude who actually, he's a 21-year-old guy, took out a $150,000 loan and put it all on GameStop. And now he's like tens of millionaire. Like he
But
is.
isn't that like insider trading? I mean, is it?
No.
Is it?
I mean,
No.
Technically it could be, right?
No, it's not. It's just a group. It's a group of people saying, "Hey guys, let's buy this stock because these hedge fund managers are being fucking dickbags. They're trying to burn this company on the ground."
I like I'm all for the idea, but to me, it's like you're controlling aren't you tampering with the stock market? Aren't you?
Welcome
I mean,
to
yeah,
what
you're-
these hedge fund managers
Yeah.
been doing for years.
Oh, I agree. None of it should be allowed. I'm
It's
just
fucking
throwing it
right
out there
back.
for shits and giggles. But
I think I find it so fascinating. Like, it is just incredible to see. They refer to people as retail investors who are going in and making such a big claim on this that it's completely disrupting everything. So here's the big thing: is that on Friday is the date that all these hedge funds have to cover their shorts, right? So at this point, they have to now buy all of these stocks back, or they will lose their $1 billion of investing that was put into it. So there's still like a third. I forgot what the margin was. I think it was like a 30% of the shorts still need to be purchased back if these hedge funds don't want to bleed money. So everyone is banking on this, and people are just throwing money like it's not a problem at this stock, and it just keeps going up. And
what happens when everybody takes their money out of the stock, though?
it's going to drop. But
It's
you
gonna
do it. You do it once the shorts clear, and then the same thing is it's also kind of cascading and waterfalling over to, but not in nearly as big of a push yet, with some other stocks like AMC, the movie theater industry.
Yeah, I saw that people were looking for that one.
I put some money into AMC because of this. Nokia and BlackBerry.
Nokia's still a company.
Yeah. So that's just it. So like these hedge fund managers are trying to make as much money off of these stocks as they possibly can by shorting them and trying to burn them into the ground, which is what hedge funds do to make money. And these groups of these people, which I guess I'm now part of, are saying, fuck you, man. Like, we're going to make some money off of you guys for screwing these companies. And because of this movement, AMC is no longer going to go bankrupt. They were.
What's this Reddit page? What's this Reddit page called?
Wall Street Bets.
Wall Street Bets. Okay,
you have to be careful. Be careful when you get in there, because they've gained like 250,000, or maybe it was 2.2 million. I forgot what it was. A significant drive in subscribers in that thread. So it's unfiltered at this point. It's kind of like a wild west. But man, it is crazy. Even like Elon Musk even tweeted out yesterday, GameStop. Right. Yeah. Stonk is like a Reddit meme for a stock when it's either plummeting or rising. And people are getting ridiculously rich over it.
Now, when did you first hear about it? Because
I'll be honest with you, I remember seeing it on Reddit like a week and a half ago, and I didn't pay attention to it, and I'm kicking myself in the ass, because that was
you know why? Because you're sending too many memes of a guy with a big dick to us, instead of giving us inside information that could have made
that wasn't me, dude. That was Eric.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. But you have.
I have in the past. I definitely have in the past.
But if you would have been paying attention, hey guys, Ramblecast guys, put all your money into GameStop.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah. But right now, the price is still attractive. This is not financial advice, by the way. Yeah. The price is still attractive to jump in on potential gains for AMC. Which I did today, and I put an order in after hours as well.
I'm still wondering about that guy that Cliff tipped a Bitcoin to. How's he doing?
Yeah, for real.
What if that guy was like,
give him a full Bitcoin?
I don't think he gave him a full. Like, basically, he gave him, because at the time Bitcoin was pretty low at that, and he gave him. I don't know. I mean, you have to ask Cliff what he gave him. It wasn't
Satoshis.
Much. Yeah, he gave him like a little bit. Like, oh, here, what do you say? But imagine, I mean, now, yeah. Like,
is he still big into Bitcoin?
I don't think he's. I know he's bought some back forever ago. I don't think he's touched it ever. So he's probably sitting on 10 grand or so, I think, by now.
Easy.
Yeah, easy. I sold mine back in November.
That's
I wish I had them now, because like it on the day I sold it, it gone up to like, I think it was 18,000.
I just heard what Jack said, and it's fucking hilarious. He goes, that would be 2 hot dogs.
Yeah, I missed it.
Yes.
I'm done.
Yeah, I think it's like when COVID hit and everything was tanking in March, I bought a crap ton of all the other cryptocurrencies like
Ethereum,
and Chainlink, and a couple other ones. And I think I only have like $400, $300 invested in all these. Like I was like, oh, I'll buy 100 of that, I'll buy $100 of that, and like they were all dirt cheap. And so now I'm sitting at like just over $4,000 just off of a couple $100 investment. So hey, but
that's awesome.
But
Can I
my
just-
boss.
Can I just point out something? Nobody likes John, the UPS guy. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, Chris, what does your handle say here today? What does that mean?
AM stonks. So stonk is the meme for exploding stock or plummeting stock, and AMC it's a mix of AMC and stocks. AM stocks.
I'm going to change it.
So my boss was telling me
All right.
though. Oh, AMC rocks. My boss was saying though about the same thing about the stocks, that actually most of the trades that were done though were off of Robinhood.
Yep.
And Robinhood,
Mine.
Robinhood though has a computer process that if it sees a trend, it will actually buy a stock of it for itself when people are doing it like that. So Robinhood is actually getting the majority of the money from this transaction. And because they got so much money from it, they actually bought some company, the investment that originally did the investment, I think, for that hedge fund. Like they basically
Fucked everything.
Yeah, like
That's
like,
awesome.
Yeah.
But the Robinhood people, they don't keep it, right? They give it to other.
Right.
They give
I mean,
it
they're
to
an investment thing, so they can do what they want with their money.
this
But
thing, Robinhood.
It the whole thing is just absolutely fascinating, and I honestly believe like there is going to have to be some serious regulation changes, because this is a tidal wave that's it's not going to slow down, because once GameStop is done, they're going to move on and they're going to find another stock, and this has gotten such a 3-day flash of popularity. It has grown bigger than anything I've ever seen in social media.
What's AMC at right now?
15, I think, or 14.
I don't know, man. Have you seen those Bernie memes? For every Bernie meme,
You're fair enough.
totally.
Like, I'll equate it to Bernie, but this is crazy, because it shows what can happen when the public bands together and holds these fucking rich bastards accountable. Dionne Warwick asked what a stock was today. It's funny.
Thank you, Randy. I am Dionne Warwick.
Yeah.
So
it's incredible to see what's happening. I think Scaramucci actually tweeted out yesterday or today and saying this is the equivalent of the French Revolution on finance. I was like, that's pretty fucking great. It's awesome. So and here's the thing, like the stock market, regardless of what trend is happening, is always a volatile situation. And I don't want anybody listening to say, okay, they said go buy stocks. But if you've got some slush money laying around, it's a pretty good bet to throw some money at these. Like the big companies are GameStop, obviously, but their price is up to $300 now. AMC sitting at like $14, $15 a share. Bed Bath and Beyond is one of them.
Okay.
BlackBerry and Nokia.
I want to invest in what Jack's doing over here with this whale papers. That sounds like a pretty fun place to be.
Well, you get more paper out of a whale than you do a dolphin.
Oh, right.
Even though they're in the same family.
No. What he's saying, what John was pointing out, is the picture you actually have. Like you could have put up a humpback whale.
I know, but I like Shamu.
Right, but that's an orca, which is actually a dolphin, and not a whale. Well, no, I mean.
Well, there was no cool pictures of other whales. It was just the Shamu guys were flying out of the water. So I don't spend all day doing this. I just
tongue in cheek there. Tongue in cheek. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to steal my business here. I get it. So are you gonna offer for customers at your store to like come in and not wear masks?
Yeah, they don't have to wear a fucking mask.
Oh wow.
You can cough all over me. I don't care. As long as you buy my whale paper, I don't care.
I see.
I'm in business to make the customers happy.
Well,
they could have an illness that prevents them
your
from wearing a
business is
mask.
full. I think your business is full of what whales are notoriously filled full of: blubber. That's what you're full of. It's a lot of blubber.
Makes better paper. I'm sorry.
Really special.
It's just I just imagine your papers are all greasy and like like it's got oil spots everywhere. Like
That's what people love. They want the natural stuff. They don't want that fake dolphin crap.
Sure.
Is that a guy? I just noticed that there's something else. Is that a guy in a jet ski or?
Giant guy in a jet ski.
What are you talking about?
There's a little right there, but you go down from the N. And right there's something right there in the water.
We have no idea.
Oh, yeah. Your head in the whale.
Let me help you out here, Jack.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. There's a guy that looks like on a jet ski.
Yeah, or something. Or is it
it's a pelican or something?
Or no. It's Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, it's Nessie.
I think that's a buoy.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Those aren't two buoys.
All right. We've had enough of you, Jack.
I wanted to bring up something for Chris because I was curious because when Brady left the Patriots, I thought this is going to be like Joe Montana going to the Chiefs or whatever
Joe Montana play well for the Chiefs.
I'm just saying, but they're leaving or Favre leaving the Packers, your iconic team, you're never going to.
Did Jack just say Montana? Like
Joe Montana.
Oh, that's what I heard.
Okay.
One actor.
Have you ever seen The Waterboy?
Yeah.
It's been a long time since.
Go ahead, Nick. Get on with your Brady talk. I'll bear through it.
Chris, are you texting me about my own?
I wasn't actually gonna make fun of you at all. No. I was thinking, Brady was probably going to fail with the Buccaneers because the Buccaneers have always sucked, and I thought. Okay, well, he'll end his career there in a couple of years, and that'll be it, And I have to give props now to Brady because
he's the fucking best quarterback ever.
He actually did good,
He did. He played. I'll be honest with you. I did pick before the season started. I did pick the Chiefs and Tampa Bay to be in the Super Bowl. Just saying. I
wish you would have put $20 on that because
I would have, but I was waiting for the Reddit to put the odds at my favor.
Revolution.
But anyway, but he does have the Brady luck. I mean, he just does. I mean,
it's not fucking luck, dude. He's amazing.
Did you watch the game?
I did.
Second half, 2 INTs.
Mm-hmm.
Then the coach for the Green Bay decides. I know you want to say something. Relax.
I'm waiting.
The coach for Green Bay decides to go for 3. You have Aaron Rodgers. I don't understand why you go for 3. Even if you don't make it, you pin them back all the way to the 5-yard, 6-yard line. But they hadn't been calling pass interference the whole day. They've been pulling on jerseys on both sides the whole game. 3rd down and 8. Brady throws a terrible pass. It wouldn't have been caught no matter what, but the guy's holding the guy's jersey. And after about 20 minutes, he goes, "Oh, that's right. Flag." And I go, "Oh my God." But they bailed Brady out. So he is the greatest of all time, but let's not.
There he is.
Let's not just say that he has also he can play bad.
Jack, you just said it. He's the greatest of all time.
But that's what I'm saying is, how many quarterbacks get that call when they haven't been calling it the whole game?
Did he win?
He did.
They won on a penalty, which is an awful way to end a game. But whatever.
How many quarterbacks in the NFL would have got that call?
I just wish that they would have let him play it out, let them play out that as opposed to getting that last.
Dude, they didn't call anything in that game.
No,
they let them play.
In fact, Rodgers threw an interception when Tampa Bay was holding the receiver.
Chris also brings up why didn't Rodgers run it on that 3rd down? I don't know why he didn't just keep going for it. If this is it, because he might not come back to Green Bay.
I had my holy shit I'm old moment watching that game when I found out that I'm older than Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, okay.
He's 38.
Yeah.
38.
He looks older than us, though.
He does. That's what I was going to say. He looks older than that. I think he's
a cool guy. He's a Star Wars fan. So
I hear you.
Lots of people are Star Wars fans.
Well, if he's one of those shitty ass Star Wars fans that
I'm just saying the rumor on the street
race riots on Twitter. Fuck yeah.
You never know because I don't hang around him, but I've heard he's not a pleasant person. But he was pissed after the game. You could tell he was like,
"Oh yeah,
get me the fuck out of here." I mean,
but I feel like the same with Rivers because they knew like this is their last great chance. I mean, I don't know what happens with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, like if he's coming back or not. I mean, they drafted quarterback, so that could be it. Like they could cut him free. And
rumor in Indy land is that they're trying to get Luck back.
I don't come on out of retirement and come to COVID life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because Brissett is a free agent. And
then I have nowhere to stand and talk about this because I am a Patriots fan and we are fucking terrible.
I'm a long-suffering Patriots fan.
Oh, I'm not complaining about it. I'm just admitting the fact.
I've seen the whiners. I've seen the whiners on Twitter. Where you go, shut the fuck up. You just want to slap them.
I'm not whining for
you know
one
what?
second. Correction. I whined when Brady left. I did because I was fucking heartbroken. And this season has just proved me and many Patriots fans correct that we fucked up. We should not have done it. We should not have let him go.
But they didn't have the team that Tampa Bay has. So would he have been as successful because you had 8 players opt out for the season?
I would have felt better if he stayed and we got the AFC championship and then lost. I'll be honest with you.
But I don't think you would have even gone that far.
No, maybe not.
The Patriots aren't very. I mean, to Bill Belichick's credit, would they win 6 games, 7 games?
Yeah. And
you look at the team, you go, I don't know how they did. They beat the Chargers 45-0.
There's some really I can't even sugarcoat it. The teams.
Did you say really or Ridley?
Really? It sounded like Ridley. That was a Star
Wars. I think you were talking about Alien.
Really? No, there's some potential in that team, but they're missing some key components. Number one, they need a fucking quarterback. And I do like the Matt Stafford rumors, but who knows what's going to happen.
Is Matt Stafford the guy, though?
Or Garoppolo. I wouldn't mind having him back.
Is Garoppolo the guy? I mean, didn't.
It's definitely not Cam Newton. I can tell you that much. So
no, Cam was a running quarterback and took too many hits, and he's done.
Yeah.
Okay, what if in the offseason, right? Brady, let's say Brady, they go, he loses it, right? But then in the offseason, Patriots are like, hey, come back. Let's get the band together back one more time. We can do Abbey Road. Let's just do it like we did in the old days.
What's happened, man? No.
It's never been more clear about how much of a between Bill Belichick and Tom Brady they didn't see eye to eye.
Okay, I was just like I like doing the hypothetical. Like what?
And it's funny in the offseason before Brady signed, it came down to 2 teams, Tampa Bay and the Chargers. So did Brady make the right move?
Well, it makes for a really great Super Bowl storyline. You got old versus new. Well,
you have the greatest of all time, and then you're going to have the guy that's going to replace him.
Right. I mean, it makes for a really fun Super Bowl.
Because Mahomes, I mean, to give Brady credit, he's just sit back pocket passer in a league where you have mobility. If Mahomes stays healthy, the kid is amazing,
unstoppable.
I mean, well, and even when you compare both of those games, it's just like, Green Bay still had a chance to win it. They just pissed it away in Green Bay, which is the part that I'm still like, how?
Right.
How do you shit in your own house like that?
Well, the end of the first,
literally, it was a big giant turd. I'm sorry, Packers fans. I know that we have some, but it's just, and I'm sure you're feeling it because it stunk that.
Blew it out last week. So,
well, the end of the first half, you have 6 seconds left. It looks like they're just going to punt, and they go, okay, they'll probably go for a Hail Mary.
Right?
How do you let the receiver get behind you if you're
no safety? Yeah.
To Bill Belichick's credit, he would have benched that guy for the rest of the game.
For the rest of his career.
Right.
Seriously.
Belichick literally does not put up with any fucking shit.
I love that,
Case in
Randy.
point.
It's
perfect timing.
That's That's like
case in point. Tom Brady. He got rid of Tom Brady because he didn't see eye to eye. You don't fuck with Bill Belichick.
No,
he stonked it up.
Anyway, I think the Chiefs probably win it. They're just loaded, but it's going to come down to turnovers and the calls.
At this point, I want Tom to win. I just want to see it happen.
Now it's Tom.
As weird as it is.
Now it's Tom.
That was my follow-up question. Was who was Chris rooting for? Because
it's Tom. It's Tom Brady. For me, it's just a story. Like it's an amazing story. Like of how many rings he's gonna have. One from the AFC, one from the NFC. Like that's great stuff. And as much as I miss the hell out of him.
He will go down fighting in that game. Which I can't wait to see. I think
that this Super Bowl probably means more to him than any of the others, maybe aside from the first.
You can't discount him in that game. Like I have seen Tom Brady so many times. He is a competitor. As much as I'm just like
Jack. Just because you haven't experienced a quarterback leading your team to the same caliber.
No, it's that line where people nobody wants it more. It means more.
No, are you serious? This is a big fuck you to Bill Belichick.
No shit.
No, it's a big. If you go to the Super Bowl, and it's not the biggest moment of your life.
I get it
because I remember
done it how many times. I get it.
I was in. Well, I think it comes back to I was in Vegas the year the Chargers went to the Super Bowl and they were playing the Dolphins. And all fucking weekend, all these Dolphin fans, no, Marino wants it more. This means more to him than any other fucking did it. And they just kept going on and on and on. And so when the Chargers beat him, I go, I guess he didn't want it so much anyway. Because the Chargers beat. Damn, Marino. I hate when people say that. Go ahead. You're telling me Patrick Mahomes doesn't want to win his second Super Bowl?
I'm not saying that, Jack. What I'm saying is that Brady has more motivation to win this Super Bowl than he has for any of the other ones.
I do believe there is this X factor of I think there is a lot of people out there that, myself now included, it's just like I respect the player because I respect the game, and I think that there's a lot of people that are probably going to be rooting for him. There are those people that are going to be just like fuck Brady and I just hate Brady, blah blah blah. But it's amazing. It's amazing to see him play, and if he's with another team, and if that makes Bill Belichick cry at night, and
I did like the comments. So people were saying Brady's been to more Super Bowls than Rivers has kids.
I mean, if Tom Brady wins this Super Bowl, it solidifies him as in the toppest of the highest up echelon of athletes in their recognition.
I agree.
In history.
Yeah.
History.
I think that's kind of the point I was trying to make.
Loses.
It's nothing. He's still like the fact that he's still like he's 42, 43, and making it to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because like in the back of my mind, the whole time he was with the Patriots, I mean, I brought that up. Like I never was sure if he was, he's a great quarterback, but was he in the caliber of like the legendary quarterbacks? Because Belichick built such a great team. You don't know. There's always that little bit of doubt. Is it the coach? Is it all the other players? What? But now, because of this season, there's no doubt. It's like, he is the real deal.
It's like Game of Thrones. Is the TV show great because of George R.R. Martin, or was it, and it's like, oh, which one was actually better?
How did you just nerd the fuck out of this conversation within 5 seconds?
You're lucky you're the producer.
Yeah. I know. I know what he meant. I almost wanted to hand over the reins tonight to Jack because I am just as tired as this guy down here, Chris.
But you know what happens when you get tired? Sometimes you do need a break.
Oh my God, Chris is calling the commercial break.
Let's break it.
And I knew where he was going with it.
Break me off a piece of that commercial bar.
I can't get it.
Let's see, what else we got to talk about? So Jack and I both watched a movie this weekend.
A movie? I actually went. Did you stay at home or did you go out?
I went to the theater.
Yeah. Oh, look at you.
Cindy and I figured out it had been a year and 1 day since we had gone to the theater.
Wow.
That's a long time without having sex, man.
What are you going to do? And you get old. It really doesn't matter.
Chris's face on that one, though. That was pretty good.
But what I was going to say, we went to the Alamo Drafthouse, and there was nobody there. There was, I think, 10 people there.
Yeah. Yeah, like, this is the first time I went since Tenet back in late August. Because I was like, you know what? I just want to get out of the house. I just want to go to the show. And I was like, what movies are on? There's like 2 new ones. And I was like, you know what? It's got mixed reviews, but I'm going to give it a shot. It's Tom Hanks. Let's go watch it. Same thing. Like, I went to the noon show, sat in the very last row of the good theater, and nice.
We just got home when you text me. We had just walked in the door. Text me. And my wife was asking me, she goes, what's it about? I go, well, it's a Western. He has a kid with him that's named Wilson. And
so for everyone out there, the movie's called News of the World. For everyone out there.
I go, it's called News of the World. She goes, why? I go, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Because I literally had no idea, because in the previews I saw, it didn't show what he was actually doing. He was, reading newspapers. And but anyway, tell him what you thought of the movie.
I liked it. I mean, it had mixed reviews. Like, some people were saying it was too slow, it's predictable, and then some people were like, I really liked it. If you like Westerns, you'll like it. And I'm of that viewpoint of, like, if you like Westerns, you'll like this movie. Yes, it is slow paced, but every Western is slow paced. So
well, it does start off slow, but it's telling the
story. Yeah, and that's basically what it is. Is that it's 1870. And he lives in Texas, and he rides from town to town with all the newspapers to read to all the people who are illiterate, or charges a dime for each person, like, for them to read them the news. And you have these huge crowds, and I mean, you don't see a lot of that. That's just showing you what he does as a profession. Yeah, exactly. But at the very beginning of the movie, though, he comes across this little girl who's wild, and he takes her in, and like tries to protect her, and he finds out like where she's going. And
her family was
murdered. Yeah,
and she was kidnapped by, I forget the tribe.
Kiowa.
Yeah.
And so he takes it upon himself to take her to what family she has left in Lower Texas.
German family.
Yeah, German family. Actually, was it German? Yeah, it was German. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. They were called the Hitlers.
You notice how no one has that name anymore. You never meet a couple anymore. It's like, oh yeah, we're the Hitlers. It's an old family name. Like, it just it doesn't happen.
Well, you would probably change the name.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It was called Hichter.
Didn't a couple get
Frankenstein?
Didn't a couple get in trouble for naming their kid Adolf?
Yeah. No, I think the whole name was Adolf Hitler. I mean, it wasn't just Adolf. It was just like, we're naming you Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, that's just not a way to go. But anyway, go ahead, Nick.
We named our daughter Corona.
But yeah, like if you like, I mean, is it Tom Hanks' best film? No, but it is an entertaining film. You will enjoy it if you like just a good Western and an adventure from one point to another. I liked it. I would.
And the young actress does a great.
Does a great job. Yeah.
Well, I looked at her resume. She's been in a lot of stuff, but I've never seen her.
I've never seen her either. Yeah.
I said, wow, she did a really, because a lot of times she just has to act on emotion, because she doesn't speak English.
Right.
And
well,
I loved it. My wife said, "Oh, it was good. I liked it." She goes, "I knew you'd love it because it's a Western and." But I really enjoyed it.
Right. I mean, any child actor who can, because she had to speak Kiowa, she had to speak a little bit of German and a little bit of English. It's like, that's challenging for probably a 10-year-old. It's a lot.
Or Matt.
Yeah.
I
didn't even realize my microphone was unmuted at this point. Glad I was.
But I recommend it. I mean, I don't know if you should risk getting COVID for it. But because you can get it online, right? You can
rent it off of Amazon.
Because my wife and I were talking. I said, she goes, I don't want to watch it. I go, then let's just go to because I've been really the one that says, no, I'm not going here. I'm not going here. I said, let's go to the movies. Fuck it. It's Tom Hanks, and but I'm pretty pissed at Tom Hanks. I tweeted at him that I really enjoyed the movie, and nothing. His wife. His wife at least liked one of our tweets, but
that's why you have to tag Rita in there. She gets it done.
Yeah, I'm thinking that because Tom is he's arrogant. I'm just saying.
I know. Ever since he did that,
he gets his Greek citizenship, and he's all like, "Fuck you, people."
Yeah, fuck you, man.
I'll introduce the president, but
I've literally been watching this guy for like how
40 years,
early 80s. So. One of my favorite movies of all time is That Thing You Do. I've seen like 1 billion times. So you know what, Tom Hanks? Screw you.
Can't come on the show.
Screw you.
One cool aspect about Castaway is that if you put it on in the background, there's just, while he's on the island, aside from him yelling Wilson all the time, it's actually kind of soothing because you just hear the ocean.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's very natural.
Tom Hanks, Wilson, and fuck everything else. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Hey,
holy shit. So I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt. But speaking of celebrities not responding to you, I posted a picture earlier tonight on Instagram about my daughter. I took Matt's recommendation for the book Women of the Galaxy. Well done. I posted it on Instagram, and Amy Ratcliffe, the author, responded to it.
Nice.
Oh, I'm so glad that you gave me props on that.
You're welcome. I just did.
When did you find time to post that and not a picture of your guy?
Because she's amazing.
It is nice though when they do respond because that is a nice photo because
I thought it was I wasn't asking for a little response. But, I got a couple people from the Ted Lasso.
It's true. We could probably get Hanks on Owen and Brew.
Anyway, I've been even I think before he was on Happy Days and he was on Family Ties. So I've been following Tom Hanks for a long time. And
I see how you are. You're getting a little bit stalkery fan. Like he owes me. I sat through Splash, man.
Look, you're already friends.
I like Splash. I sat through Joe versus Volcano.
I thought Joe versus and then the dog one.
Hooch wasn't
Hooch.
bad.
Yeah, I can never remember if it's Hooch or the one K9, but that one's with.
Both of them are good. Yeah, James Belushi.
It's the only good James Belushi movie. Am I right?
I like the remake. I like the remake of Sahara that they did. He did, which was
he was in that.
Like the old
I know the Bogart movie.
The Bogart, yeah, they did a remake of it in '93 or '4. And he's known for Bogart character, and I like it. I think it's a good remake. I mean, it's basically beat for beat the same film,
right?
It's in color, and
sure.
So, but I like it. There's another one he did too that I find entertaining, where he's like an ex-con, or he's a convict. That's what the Cubs are going to the World Series, and he breaks out of prison just to go to the game. That's a good one.
Randy's on fire tonight. We need to just hire him as a writer for the show now.
That's
a writer. I'm just kidding about Tom Hanks. No, don't think I'm being serious.
I mean, you're already friends with one Tom. I mean, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise. Yeah,
why are you getting greedy?
But don't forget the guy from MySpace.
Oh yeah.
I texted.
But his photo has changed now to like just him flipping off everybody. Like why'd you leave me?
I texted you guys earlier today, and it was just so weird because I'm just in work mode, and so I'm getting these orders in, and I get this order in from Jorge Garcia, and I'm like, no shit, and I really had to like double check. I'm like, and then when I saw that it was in India, I was like, oh okay, it's clearly a different Jorge. Yeah,
it's okay. It's okay.
We've also sold to Tom Baker. From
the Candlestick Maker?
No, the Doctor Who. He's the fourth Doctor.
So,
Chris, did you ever watch just because of Garcia? It reminded me. Did you ever watch the documentary Long Strange Trip?
No, I didn't.
It's on Amazon. It's a five-part documentary on.
I saw that. Yeah, I want to watch it.
Watch it with your daughter.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I'm gonna add it to my.
Since I'm giving out recommendations here, so.
I did watch. My wife and I have been watching those things on HBO about serial killers and stuff like that, and we were watching the one about the Ripper.
I'll fall asleep.
It's a great one. Well, she was watching the what's that one the guy in LA who was killing all the people. Night Stalker.
Night Stalker.
She goes, okay, I can't watch this anymore. It was scaring me, so I got to watch it with you. I go, okay, but he's already like dead. But anyway, but I did watch that. That was very interesting. But the Ripper, what's it called? What was it? It's not Jack the Ripper. It was a Ripper in this. He was in the
Johnny Ripper.
What do they call him? The Yorkshire Ripper. Some British town.
The Yorkshire
Ripper.
Yorkshire.
It was that case was so fucking butchered that you're just like going, oh my fucking God, how bad. I mean, so many women died because they fucked. Literally, they interviewed the guy, the Ripper, like 9 times.
Wow.
And one guy went to interview him, and he looked just like the guy in the sketch they had. And he goes to the thing. He goes, no, because they believed, because someone called in with a videotape, not a videotape, a cassette tape, saying he claiming to be the Ripper, and they narrowed the voice down to this other town. So they were, no, it can't be. It's got to be this one. So leave us alone. Get the hell out of here. And it's just like they kept getting advice from all these different people, saying, can't be this, can't be this, can't be this. And they just said no. And they just kept telling women, stay home, stay home. So women were getting pissed, saying, why don't the men stay home? And I'm like, well, you know what? You're kind of right. There should have been, if you're going to put a curfew on women, put a curfew on everybody. Right. And I said, there it is. Randy said the Yorkshire Terrier.
Terror.
Yorkshire Terrier.
The Yorkshire
That's a murderous dog. That thing can leap, had fangs.
I'm thinking now of like the most famous things that I know of Yorkshire is pudding, terriers, and terror.
But the guy, they were so chauvinist, and they were so
Tara.
They were so anti-woman, especially the ones they thought were prostitutes. They just basically, I don't care. Basically the attitude was, fuck them, they're prostitutes. Right. We don't care. But then he started killing, women of character.
Yeah. Now when it becomes,
but even then it was still like, God, it's just, and the first woman that they know was attacked, they didn't listen to her. She had the description, and she survived the attack, and they never went. And they're just like, so if you want to watch it, it's pretty fascinating.
So what is this on? What streaming service?
It's on Hulu.
Hulu, okay.
And it's just about different serial killers and stuff like that. It's just fascinating when you but it's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, how do you sleep at night? And then the guy,
I don't know how you sleep at night after watching it.
Well, because I'm getting tips on
is the KFC.
Yeah, I called Dan. I said, all right, Dan, don't do this.
Yeah.
That would be a big mistake. But what was I going to say?
People keep wondering, what keeps happening to all these people around you.
Anyway, it was pretty fascinating stuff. So
fun facts there.
I did have a granddaughter story I wanted to tell. Remember last week I was talking about, I don't know if I talked about it in this or the extra one.
It's great how you like marry these things up. You're like the most darkest thing. And
then my granddaughter.
And then there's this thing that I have my granddaughter.
Before I forget, because I thought it was pretty funny. Religious people might not think so, but she's been saying "God damn it."
Yeah.
Because I say "God damn it."
Oh, God damn it!
So the other day, I'm feeding my grandson, the youngest one, and I hear all these. Now she's gotten into just pouring the toys out.
Oh yeah.
And she just pours. She's never been that way before, but she thinks it's funny. And I go walking in after. I go, who made this mess? She goes, oh, God damn it. Ava did. Ava made the mess. So I start laughing, and Heather, my daughter, is up here teaching her class. She hears me. She heard her because she was so loud. And she hears me laughing. She goes, do you really have to laugh at that? I go, come on, that was funny.
Yes.
Because she does talk in the third person. She's Ricky Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ava's crying. Ava's sad. Ava's got a boo-boo. But she's, oh, God damn it. Ava made the mess.
Ava made the mess.
So I just thought it was so funny. And then of course she's like, God damn it. And she's picking up the toys.
That's too funny.
I said, Ava, we can't say that. Anyway, that's all I got. I wanted to share that story. If you're religious, I get it. I'm okay with that. But she's just a little girl. We'll beat it out of her. Don't worry.
I do. If since you handle this throwing things on the ground, you need to watch the old SNL digital short. It's like an Andy Samberg song, I think, that they go into, maybe even. But maybe it's Lonely Island SNL digital short. But it's Threw It on the Ground. And it's all about this guy who like throws stuff on the ground. And every time I see kids throwing stuff on the ground, I think about that video because he's acting like a child. Like everything, he's offered cake in a party and he just throws it on.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about now. Thank you.
Speaking of SNL, and you guys get around to watching The King of Staten Island.
Mm-mm.
I did put it on the
Not.
Yeah.
My brother was telling me about it actually. Just today we were talking about it. So
It's a good watch for sure.
No, I watched because it was on my list for a long time. Electric Dreams, which is a 1-season Amazon show.
Is that on Pornhub? Or is
No, it's based off of a Philip K. Dick novel. What what Blade Runner's based on.
Is it do androids dream?
Yeah,
What?
yeah, that's it. Yeah, do androids electric? Yeah, it's a
Oh,
long title.
yeah. I heard about this show. Yeah.
Yeah, it came out. I think it came out a year ago. It's just 10 standalone episodes.
Androids dream of electric
sheep. That's it. Yeah, and they just shortened it to Electric Dreams. But I mean, it's 10 episodes. They're all separate stories.
Yeah, that fucked me up there. The whole changing of I'm like, wait a minute, I know that.
Yeah. But yeah, like some of them were good, some of them were kind of you know. It gets its kind of just like out of 5 stars. I think it's like 3.5-star rating. I think that's accurate description. There was a couple episodes like, oh, that was a good one, and then some you're kind of like,
So it's kind of like the Altered Carbon. Of its genre.
Yeah,
because it's like, I want it to be great, but it's not.
Right. I mean, I still say because I think the second episode was my favorite, which is apparently like a nuclear explosion has happened. You know, like a whole world got nuked, and there's this one surviving human beings colony left, and there's a factory like Amazon that's like just keeps dropping them like products that are in a world that is no longer relevant. You know, it's all droids like delivering them plastic shit, and they're like, it's killing what's left of the world, so they're trying to break in to destroy the factory, but the factory's all like Terminator. It's all like surrounded by military, and it's like. And I really liked that episode.
Is it an anthology show or is it like a continuous like?
No, it's like each episode is by itself.
Okay, so an anthology being like each story is different.
As packages were being dropped, were people stealing the packages from the porch?
No, like they were trying to shoot the drones down. They're like, like we don't want your shit. Like.
It's called Electric Dreams.
Electric Dreams, yeah, it's on Amazon. I mean, like.
The
thing is, if you watch it, it's more like the Twilight Zone than I would say Black Mirror. And then if you watch Tales from the Loop, which is another show I had recommended a while back, it's kind of similar in that same vein, that it's like a weird vibe to it. But it's a British show. Like you'll recognize a lot of the actors that are in each episode. Like they're all famous people. So I mean, the acting is great. It's just some of the stories are kind of okay. I'm
gonna check that out before I check out. King of Manhattan.
So I'm a little tired because right before we recorded, we went sledding.
You had to come up with some names.
Well, no, I was doing that as we started the show. That's why I was super quiet. But it started snowing here.
No more of this prepared shit as we do the show.
As we do the show. Well, I did it as we did the show. Does that make you feel better?
Well, do you have like evidence and it's not pre-recorded?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's
I mean, you can check the tapes when I was like looking down and not paying attention.
How much snow did you get? Because we're supposed to get some snow because
it really wasn't like a lot, but it was enough that we could go sledding, and we've been waiting all winter for that moment. Like I think on Sunday we did get kind of a snow, but it was Sunday. So Sunday morning it was snowing, and it was just enough that the kids could go down, and they had a blast. But it was not fun for adults because it was like the snow wasn't thick enough, so when you went down, you felt every single bump.
Go down what though? I mean, you're in Indiana. Like, what hill? Like,
we have a hill in our park here.
The tombstones in the back. Wow. The tombstones in the neighbor's yard.
I figured you had like tie something like a car hood on the back.
Before every snowstorm, we have to put another layer of plywood down over the tombstones before it snows.
Oh no! Today I hit a rock. Like proper slope. I legit hit a cement brick as I came down.
Yeah, sure. It was another tombstone.
The pet dog is actually the jump after the slope.
All right, Weisenheimers. I just was going to tell you that it was a lot of fun, but.
Well, we're supposed to get some snow.
It sounds fun, Matt.
Yeah, fuck your snow. You know what I say, Jack? Fuck your snow. Fuck your whale snow. Fuck the whale snow that I clean it on.
No, it's coming from you.
It's funny you fuckers say this because it's like Jack's comment, like, we're supposed to get some snow. Here in New England, it's like, yeah, we're supposed to get fucking snow. It's winter. Like that's what happens.
Right.
We-
We actually legitimately get
San Diego.
We legitimately get snow and have had like some snows in the past. It just depends on where that snow cloud like comes. Like right now, southern Indiana is getting hit with it, but northern Indiana is not. Usually northern Indiana gets more because of the lakes up there. So
Well, I was going to say, 'cause what's funny here is school is out tomorrow because it's going to be a snow day, yet nobody goes to fucking school here. It's all because my daughter's a teacher and she goes, "Oh, I won't be bringing but I won't be coming over tomorrow because we have a snow day." I go,
see, what's interesting is in my daughter's school system, we had one significant storm so far this year, and they had a snow day because of it.
"Do you use your blower?"
No, they're not. Yeah, yes, I did.
Wow.
They're not doing snow days, so they're just working through it. You're at school, you're at home, you're going to go to school, you're going to go to class, and the good thing for that, for the areas that don't experience snow days so much, like up here in the north, you have like each school district has like a bank of days that they kind of like put in reserve that they could extend the school year out to. So we have to make up those days at the end of the year. So to combat that with the at-home learning is that they're actually making the kids go to school as per usual throughout the day, and they get a day back at the end of the year.
I just don't get it. I did tell her, I said, well, if it does get a lot of snow, the kids won't be paying attention anyway. But, wow. Nick, you could learn to ski. No, not important. No skiing.
I went skiing. I'm playing
a video actually for those listening at home. I was just
who's she, Sonny Bono?
You just sent her, exactly. You sent her right for the tree. What the hell's wrong with you, Matt?
What the hell, man? I don't see any helmet on her.
You got to keep your head on a swivel when you're sliding down those hills. There's trees, and then there's a creek, just like
they said to Sonny Bono and one of the Kennedys.
Just like It's a Wonderful Life. There's actually a creek. So if you go,
I'm not talking about John.
Fuck it. Why do I even try to talk on this fucking show? Let's wrap this puppy up.
I just watched the 7 stages of Matt crumbling trying to make that statement.
I'm just trying to talk.
Jubilance as he starts to share his wonderful story to just complete and utter fucking
Mary, look out for the tree!
Jack jumps down his throat.
I didn't jump down his throat.
It's an abusive relationship. I'm used to it. So I didn't even get a chance to go into my whole.
Fuck it.
Go. You know what? I'm going to hit mute. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, at this part of the show,
it's never going to last, and you know it.
No, it's never going to last.
Nick was doing it too.
I did go skiing.
Yeah. No, you got a lot more like hill action than it, but it was like putting in that day of work, and then you get home and the wife's like, oh, we got to go sledding because we only have this much time to actually sled, and so I'm just like stuffing my face full of food and running out the door, and then we're going up and down the hill, and then finally it's like rush home, get fed, get the kids in bed, and then start this show. So I took some naproxen because I hit this one rock. It just so happened I was like trying to steer. My son and I were going down together on this sled there, and it just like hit my ass in such a way that propelled us into the air. And at that moment, I knew I was.
Kind of remind you of prison.
Did you break your coccyx?
Coccyx.
Okay, sure, fine. I
See, it's not just me.
Mm-hmm. At this point in the show, I'd like to think it's possible.
It's been an hour already.
We got 6 minutes or more.
Don't be cheating the public.
Okay, I won't cheat the public. Last thing I wanted to talk about is I had the first time and I feel lucky as a store owner or store operator. I'll just say I'm not going to say I'm the owner, but as someone who runs the store there, this is the first time we had an anti-mask person. We have a sign on our door that says "must wear mask" in store. And so my boss and I were in the back. Actually, we're making boxes, and it's just one of those days where we're just busy. Like we've got 12 orders to box up and try to get out. I just put the last piece of tape on, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna get my kids and bring them back here. What do I do? And I look and I see, oh, there's a customer in the store. Walk out, not wearing a mask. I'm just like, okay, you need to put on a mask. Oh, I did. It's hard for me to breathe, and I just don't really like wearing the mask. And
male or female?
It's female. And I said, you have to wear the mask, and and she's pulling out a mask finally and putting it on. So she had a fucking mask.
Randy says, was it Mike Pence?
No, but she was old enough to be Mike Pence's wife. So, and here's the real kick in the balls. Here's the part that just like really rounds out the nice, like, this customer came from Hobby Lobby. And Hobby Lobby didn't have what we have. So you went to Hobby Lobby, got all your Hobby Lobby germs, and came here and decided to just infect us. Did they hire you to take us out?
You know who it was.
Fuck the Dolphins.
And no, she was actually anti-cat for some reason, which also was like, seriously? Like,
she was anti-cat. She was anti-cat.
Yeah, I was like,
but wait,
I might as well. No. I might as well.
Anti-cat or anti-Catholic?
Cat.
Ah.
No, I think
how did that come up in the conversation?
No, I overheard this because at some point.
Oh, okay.
So, and I was just like, what?
Were you creeping?
No.
Well, who was she talking to?
I assume like a
on the phone.
Oh, she was on the phone.
Mm-hmm,
okay.
Yeah, walking around the store.
Now, when she came in with the mask, she's already infected the area.
Right. I'm wearing a mask, and then at this point, my boss overheard me say like, talk to her because she asked if we sold cardboard, and I said no, because I was just like, fuck this. Like you're asking for the cheapest sheet of paper, 2 sheets of the cheapest piece of paper that we sell. And then you're gonna ask for cardboard. I was like, no,
you know how many dolphins you have to kill to get cardboard?
I know.
That's
a fuck ton of dolphins, dude.
Yeah.
So, my boss comes, oh, hey, we can wear a sheet of card. I'm like, no, get in the back. I didn't say that to him, but I did kind of like, close the door to the back because I was just like, I'm trying to protect him as much as possible. So anyway, she's in the store for quite a while, and the whole time I can't actually go home with my kids.
After a while,
I bet whale paper could produce cardboard.
Oh yeah,
pretty easily.
Probably in the wall. It's just right there.
So this all of this culminates to I'm checking her out. Ringing her up. No, don't get me wrong. So I'm ringing her up. And she's paying for $8.88 worth of
888.
Yeah. No shit. I know.
Ocho.
And so, which she put on a card. Fine, whatever. I don't care. Like usually, I'd really like it to be a little bit.
So hold on a second.
Can
you rewind? So when she said she wouldn't put on a mask, you let her stay?
No. She did put on a mask, but the mask.
Oh, I missed that part.
No. She did put on a mask.
Oh, did she have like the dick out mask by the end of the conversation? When people put their mask below their nose, it's just useful.
It was up and down all over the place. It was up and down all over the place. It never stayed in the same place.
She's probably a carrier. I mean, she's probably a spreader.
She fucking coughed in the store and also sneezed in the store. And when she left, I Lysoled the shit out of the place.
I would have Lysoled it with her there.
And okay, so here's the key piece is that at the end, as I'm ringing her up and I'm just like, okay, and she's asking me about the business, like, oh, is this family, and I'm explaining how and who we are and the fact that there's 2 employees here, and I emphasize this. I say, so that's why I need you to wear a mask, because there's only 2 of us, and if something happens to one of us, the whole business would shut down essentially.
But she said, I have Hobby Lobby.
She said, oh, I didn't realize. And at that moment, I just wanted to be like, now multiply that by 100 million. Like just to multiply that feeling towards everyone. Because
they don't get it.
You realize that like our small store, and I said we're not like Kroger or Walmart. And by the way, Kroger and Walmart shouldn't be using employees like soldiers on a battlefield, but that's what's happening because they can't stand up to these people. I can because it's like there's two of us. Get out. We don't want your $8.88. We need to protect our livelihood here. You know. I mean, look. Well, you know what? Look, I mean, most likely, if I were to get it, I would survive it. But I
should take her business to the downtown Indianapolis store.
But when we're in a busy season and there's 12 orders to go out for the day, Cliff can only make probably about 2 of those, maybe 3, right? So if I'm infected and I'm at home staying, and I'm sick and I'm trying to stay away from him, business slows down to a crawl. If I'm in the store because I have to keep things going and I'm sick and producing things, then he can't come into the store and I have to close the store to the public. So all aspects of this get really tricky really quick. And I just wish that people like this would think about others. That's
this late in the game. You shouldn't have to be telling people to wear a mask.
It's everywhere, and
to be honest with you, I haven't seen anyone not wearing a mask in some time. Now I have seen people walk into the store and then put on the mask. You're like going, all right, you're putting on the mask right next to me. I was at Wegmans. The person's putting. I'm just looking at it as I'm getting my cart, and they're going through their purse, getting there. I go, you should have had this on before you got out of your car.
Right.
But, because they're saying even with the vaccines, we're still looking at they said the vaccine will not stop the spread or whatever. We're still. Yeah, there's not enough
vaccine to go around. So
this is going to last another year. Yeah. And people need to get that through their thick heads that, hey,
and then it mutates, and then we're looking at another 5 years.
Well, they did say that the one vaccine was able to deal with one of the mutations. So the one of the vaccines, and I can't remember if it was Pfizer or Moderna. Oh, was it Moderna? Yeah. It said that it was effective against the variant that was coming from the UK. So
but there's another one from Brazil now.
There's another one from Brazil.
And there's one from South Africa,
that
they don't know about.
It's
12 monkeys.
It's like what is that? Earth guy, the Earthman guy. There's like all 5 powers come together. Captain Planet.
Captain Planet.
Yeah. Thank you.
God, you just got your card.
It's just sad. Just wear your mask. Do your distance and all that stuff. But I don't know. It's just going to be a crit because I know they're.
That's my rant. I apologize, but that really kind of set off my. It really set off my week.
Again, you shouldn't as a business as a employee, even an employee. It's hard enough to do because Chris, anyone who's dealt with the public, it's a pain in the ass. I mean, everyone should have to do it at least once in their life because maybe it would be an easy. Yeah. Maybe we'd be better people. But to have to I couldn't imagine. I would probably be in jail because I'd lose it on someone.
It was not easy for me to pull it back together there because I was just like,
just put on your fucking mask and shut the fuck up.
She could have had cardboard. She could have had cardboard.
Yeah, and now she's not getting. And then you could have made $8.98. Right?
Yeah, it would have been probably like $9.52.
Well, right? she went to Wellpaper, so it's okay.
But, she went to fucking Hobby.
No, it just frustrates me.
Go back to your home, you Pentecostal bitch. Sorry,
because I know Arizona's told.
You're going straight down.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, and I apologize to anybody.
That's all right. God damn it!
The hairstyle. It's a bit much. Okay, so she struck out on all bases for me, and I apologize. By the way, even
though you were checking her out.
That was whale papers. Please do not believe.
But I did, before we go to our your list of names.
Names.
I did read before I came on that Arizona's telling baseball, hey, we don't want spring training to start because they're like out of control in Arizona. It's just, they said, we don't want people coming from other places. So, hey, so it looks like baseball is going to be put on hold. And people are like, really, we're going to try and do a 162 game season. Why don't we just do another short season?
Yeah, that probably will happen. Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, baseball got lucky last.
If you like baseball, and who doesn't, and Jack's baseball rants, guess what you're going to get on the bonus feed. One of us needs to get some sleep. The other one's going to power through with all his coffee. I will post the bonus feed for our patrons. Join us on that link over on Facebook.
But I can't do it.
And help out this show. Send us an email at rcadcast@gmail.com. Join the plethora that we had last week.
No email this week?
I don't believe so.
I didn't see any.
Fuck off.
Hey. We love our listeners. Come on,
it's probably too busy not wearing.
They're really edgy over there at Whale.
We probably scared Maggie to death. I mean, really, we named the episode after her.
No shit. Like every person from now on is not going to mail in. Okay. Real quick, go over to jayandjack.com. Click on the patron link, become a patron, or you can check out the merchandise. There's some for the show.
We're selling masks.
There, mask up, and
I don't know if we are, but
this list was made. This list was made. See there, Chris. I wrote the date, time on it.
Oh, really?
Oh, is it notarized?
I think so.
It's not official.
Oh,
no.
See
it's
that
like
little
saying, "Hey, I bought this in Canada."
You see that little stinker, stinker symbol right there? That was notarized by Kurt Vonnegut. So, all right, today we have patrons with a certain. I should have named these keyboard themed because that was the show card for this week. But instead, they have to deal with how both Chris and I probably feel. We have Too Tired Tack, Exhausted Eckhart, Get Some Rest Richter, Ed Zasperated Ed, Sleepy Time Maggie, No Juice Joanne, Out of Gas Greg. Thank you for doing what you do, and I hope
he fucking nailed it.
Yes,
that was your best one ever.
He fucking nailed it.
Hey, this was a great show from beginning to end. It was probably one in quadrillion. We never have it.
God damn, it was.
Thanks for joining us live. We really do appreciate it.
I wish I wouldn't have interrupted you earlier.
Eh.
Nah, it's good.